Welcome everyone. My name is Chris Fabry. I'm here to show you how Adept solves common challenges organizations face with their engineering change process. Change management is the process that allows you to accurately identify, evaluate, approve, and implement changes to your most valuable business assets, your products and services. Without an automated process, expensive mistakes are made and projects are delayed. Let's start at the whiteboard. As we all know, this process varies greatly from simple to more complex. What you see here is a fairly typical example. We'll walk you through how Adept enables you to implement and automate a successful collaborative engineering change process that's configurable by you to meet your requirements. Our example scenario for this presentation involves a bike parts manufacturer and a bicycle store owner. We are the manufacturer and they are one of our biggest customers. Martin is the owner of Extreme Cycling Incorporated, and he would like to request a change to the head tube of one of our suspension fork assemblies. Our goal is to quickly and accurately identify his request and assess if or how the changes may affect form, fit, or function. Then we need to make the changes to satisfy not only Martin, but our other customers at other bike stores. Martin, the bike shop owner, is going to submit his idea from Adept's web application. When he logs in, he can see favorites and saved searches that were created just for him to be able to quickly jump right to all the files that he has access to, even though these files might be stored in different folders. All licenses of Adept include a free viewer that views hundreds of file formats without requiring expensive CAD software. And because Adept is deeply integrated, you can allow some users to print, markup, convert, while other users may only be able to mark up for this particular project. He can assign this to Adam, and if it's configured, Adam will receive an email notification. From this simple method, we just got data straight from the customer into our system and kicked off a process. Now, we understand that some of you may not involve your customer in this process, but please keep in mind, the first review and markup could just as easily be done by one of your internal employees, manufacturing, sales, maintenance, engineering, customer service, etc. Now, Adam, using Adept Desktop, can see the markup that Martin assigned to him in his inbox. Adam may now create a formal engineering change request. We'll use our ECR or Engineering Change Request template and use Adept's automated feature to provide a standard naming format which automatically assigns it the next available number in the system. It creates the new document based on the template and puts it in your personal work area for you to complete. The form template has all the information that, for this process, we felt was important. Category of change, how it was reported, what was affected. We also included specific areas for those responsible for reviewing the ECR to enter information and sign off on the request. You can design one or more of your own forms to use in Adept. Now, for the sake of time, I've already filled in some of the info like customer and description. When you design your template, you can also connect properties to your Adept data fields. Adept will automatically extract them into your data card so people don't have to type info in twice and chance some mistyping or misspelling. You get more consistent data and better search results down the road. The same is true for properties and attributes in Word, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, Inventor, and MicroStation, Key Creator, and others. With Adept, you can create relationships between files to create virtual packages. You can sort your files with a file guide by job number to quickly locate the Inventor drawing, or you can use the old folder structure if you wish with the library browser to attach other files, or any combination to link those files together. The idea is very simple. When others are reviewing this ECR, they will immediately see the relationships to related documents, CAD files, manuals, specifications, images, etc. Now, when you check in this ECR, a workflow process begins. Just like the one we saw on the whiteboard earlier, this may send an email to the person or people involved with the first step of the workflow. We can see that it's in the ECR review workflow and it's on the engineering manager approval step. The email also includes a small link that will bring the users directly back into Adept and the list of document or documents that need approval. or they may simply go to their personal Adept inbox to see what needs their attention. A lot of our customers start their day in their Adept inbox. More information about this review process is visible in the Workflow tab of the document dashboard. We see that this approval process first requires approval from our engineering manager. If the engineering manager validates the request, he may approve so that it moves on to the rest of our stakeholders in this product. This could include manufacturing, vendors, quality, whomever you need to include in your process. Adept's workflow capabilities are flexible. You define your workflows, the steps in that workflow, and how each approval or rejection step behaves. For example, you may break out the stakeholder's approval into individual steps, or as we've done to make the process more efficient, email all the stakeholders and require that all members involved in this step approve it before it moves into or on to the next step in the approval process. You'll notice that this process also requires that Martin, our customer, must review the change. Earlier, we saw him using the Adept web client to view and mark up the inventor drawing. He could do the same now and approve or reject the drawing changes. In the Workflow tab, you can quickly see specifically who approved it, when, and the comment. So as a project manager for this change, I can quickly see who I need to follow up with, or I can configure this step to send out an automated alert message if the step takes too long, or if the whole workflow takes too long. For the sake of time, let's assume that everything went just as planned and everyone approved this ECR. On final approval of the ECR, we may email notify the engineering manager that it's complete so he knows to create the ECO. As the engineering manager will now create and follow the engineering change order through the change process as our engineer makes the modifications and our new assembly and parts are reviewed for release. Based on the information from the ECR review process and his own analysis, the engineering manager has all the information he needs to make sure all related documents are linked to the ECO. Assemblies, various parts, images, manuals. With Adept, you can create and manage those relationships. When the ECO is prepared, the engineering manager checks it in and assigns it to the appropriate engineer. In this case, we'll check it into our ECO library and assign it to Adam. Adam may optionally receive an email notifying him of the assignment. Again, no reason to send the physical documents, as we can just send him a link that will bring him back into Adept, list the documents assigned, and he can easily see the related files and relationships. When Adam is ready to work on the changes, he can do everything he needs to right inside of the CAD applications. For today's example, we'll be using Inventor to make our edits, but the same task pane in Inventor is also available in other Autodesk products as well as SolidWorks. With the task pane, Adam can quickly find the assembly and parts he needs to work on. In this case, we'll just make one change and introduce the new carbon fiber head tube needed in order to work properly with a new bike frame. I'll simply open the Inventor drawing and let it update. Adam is now ready to check the ECO and any of his design changes back into Adept. Before this ECO can move on, Adam's changes need to be reviewed to make sure they're correct and meet the requirements. We have the design review workflow for our assembly, parts, and drawings. Here's the email notifying the team members in the first step of that workflow that they need to review the changes. Adept's viewer also makes that process easier. The Work in Progress or WIP tab lists the last approved version and the version that's under review. We can open both in the Adept viewer. In a third window, we can visibly see what has changed with a compare. This is a big time saver for Adept users, and not only does it help you identify anticipated changes, but just as important, it will quickly show you changes that you did not expect. Upon final approval, if desired, Adept's Publish Wave can output PDFs of the released files to an ERP or MRP system, SharePoint, or an FTP folder. As you can see, Adept automates the entire engineering change process, improving the efficiency of your organization and eliminating costly mistakes. For more information, please check out our demo and resource center at synergissoftware.com or call us to schedule a personal presentation. On behalf of everyone at Synergis Software, thank you for your time.